All right, it's the middle of the week. That means it's time to talk about what lines are moving in the NFL and college football and whether or not I agree or disagree with the movement. Among the 5 games on tap for this edition of the Power 5 is the Thursday night matchup in the NFL between the Jets and the Patriots. Stay tuned for my take on that. But first, a reminder to smash that like button whenever you agree with what I have to say. Or if you'd just like to become part of the conversation, add to it, go ahead. Comment down below with your thoughts. Let's now get to the Jets and Patriots Thursday night, 8:15 Eastern on Amazon Prime. This line opened Patriots minus 10.5. It's now out to minus 13. Even saw some 13.5 earlier in the week. Were this line to get to 14, and I don't think it's going to. I would have to consider the Jets at that number. Interestingly enough, over the summer, you could have bet the Patriots as low as minus 5.5. Obviously, based on the respective seasons from these two AFC East rivals, a major adjustment had to be made. We all understand that. The Patriots have won 7 straight games outright and are 6-1 against the spread during that stretch. But Thursday will mark the first time they go off as a double-digit favorite in nearly 4 years. And remember that the Jets come into this game off back-to-back wins themselves. Something will have to give when it comes to the prime time angle. New England has lost 5 consecutive home primetime games, while the Jets have lost 8 straight road primetime games. The Patriots are undoubtedly going to be a popular choice in Survivor this week if they're still available to you. But I disagree with this line move. Are the Patriots going to win? Yes, I do think they will. I was cool with the opening number, but at the current price, it's dog or pass for me. I know that's disgusting, but I can't lay nearly 2 touchdowns with this New England team, even as good as they've looked. I'm going to come back to the NFL a little later, but now let's turn to college football, where I'm a red-hot 82% to start November. 9-2 record in college football this month. That is number 1 at WagerTalk. Yes, number 1 in college football this month. You love to see it. Already 2-0 this week with a couple MACtion winners. We had Western Michigan on Tuesday, Central Michigan on Wednesday. We'll look to keep it rolling this weekend. Reminder, if you're interested in my premium plays, head on over to wt.buzz/BP. That Weekend Warrior Pass, the very popular Weekend Warrior Pass, is available for just $49. You get my complete college card on Saturday, the complete NFL card on Sunday. Plus, as a special bonus, we'll throw in Monday Night Football free of charge. Okay, let's talk about Saturday college football now for you. The first line move I want to talk about on Saturday's card, under the radar game. It's Texas State Southern Miss, 3:30 Eastern on ESPN+. Why should you be paying attention to this Sun Belt matchup? Well, last week saw Texas State finish with the highest post-game win expectancy for any team that lost all season. 97.9% for Texas State. The Bobcats, they've now failed to cover 7 in a row. That's the longest active ATS losing streak in the country. They somehow lose to Louisiana last week despite a 524-384 edge in total yards. It was Texas State's 4th loss by 7 points or fewer in the last 5 games. 2 of those losses came in overtime, and the other was by a single point. In those 4 close losses, the Bobcats have outgained their opponents by an average of more than 125 yards per game. This might be the unluckiest team in the country, guys. Gang, again, they had a post-game win expectancy of 97.9 last week. This week, I know it's a tough matchup against a Southern Miss team that's still undefeated in Sun Belt play. Texas State's going to be dealing with some suspensions, yet this line has come down from Texas State plus 6.5 to plus 4. I agree with that line move. Texas State. Consider them here. Let's now move to the team that you can see right now here on this zip up. Michigan. They've gone from minus 9.5 to minus 12.5 against Northwestern. This game is being played at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field. Big noon Eastern kickoff on Fox. My view is, who the hell would want to lay double digits with this Michigan team? I get that they're coming off a bye, and they're facing a Northwestern team that isn't very good, but the Maize and Blue have failed to cover the number for their last 5 games, 3 of which saw them go off as double-digit favorites. 4 times this season, Michigan has played away from Ann Arbor. They lost twice, won by a field goal in another against Nebraska, and then they did beat Michigan State by 11 in the last road game. But this, in case if you missed it just a moment ago, I noted it, this spreads up to 12.5. I'm going to disagree with the line move. Another one where I was cool with the opener, but if this gets closer to 2 touchdowns, maybe we consider North Northwestern. Let's now go to late night Saturday, where we got TCU and BYU, 10:15 Eastern on ESPN. BYU, of course, suffered its first loss of the season last week, 29-7 at Texas Tech. Oddsmakers try to tell you that the Cougars were going down, guys. It was pretty crazy to see an undefeated team close plus 13.5. This week, BYU back in Provo. They're favored, but this line opened -6, and it's down to -4.5. So bettors are clearly disinterested now with this BYU team after they were exposed a bit last week in Lubbock. TCU, they're also off a loss. I played against the Horned Frogs last week as they lost outright as 7.5-point home favorites to Iowa State. Thought it was a bit of a misleading result. I'll admit it. I think we got a little lucky with the Iowa State side, certainly winning outright. The Cyclones returned a punt for a touchdown. That was the determining factor in a game where TCU actually finished with a 432 to 272 edge in total yards. I'm going to agree with the line move towards the Horned Frogs here. Again, BYU was shown to be a fraud last week. I think we all understand they were really fortunate to still be undefeated going into Texas Tech. Games against Arizona, Utah, Iowa State, all easily could have been losses for the Cougars. I think more losses are still to come for Kalani Sitake's team. Give me the points with TCU in this one. All right, now back to the NFL. On Sunday, let's talk about the game over in Spain between the Commanders and the Dolphins. Look ahead was a pick 'em. Now it's Dolphins -2.5. I got to disagree here. As bad as the Commanders have looked over the last month or so, and they have been bad. 4 straight losses by 21 or more points. Miami should not be a favorite here, at least according to my power ratings. Not only have the Finns lost outright 2 of the previous 3 times they've been favored this season, but they're in a major letdown spot here after upsetting Buffalo last week as 9.5-point home underdogs. That was at home and with extra rest, where the Bills were in a letdown spot off the win over Kansas City. Buffalo turning the ball over 3 times in Miami territory certainly helped as well. At the very least, guys, I would consider teasing Washington here, but I disagree with the line move. Who would play Miami as a favorite? Mike McDaniel, every week I feel like we talk about it could be his last game as a head coach. So there you have it. How about a recap? Let's go through the 5 games again. Patriots -10.5 to -13. I disagree with that. It's too many points delay with New England. Then we go to college on Saturday. Texas State +6 to +4. I agree with that. Michigan -9.5 to -12.5. Don't agree with that one at all. It's too many points delay with Michigan. Number 4, TCU +6 to +4.5. Yes, I agree there. BYU a fraud. And then on Sunday, 9:30 in the morning over in Spain, I would not play the Miami Dolphins as a favorite, even against the Washington Commanders. No sirree. All right, go ahead and comment down below with your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. After you're done doing that, head on over to wt.buzz/BP. I already told you about the Weekend Warrior Pass. Again, get every football play from me for Saturday and Sunday, including any 5% releases for only $49. And as a bonus, we include Monday Night Football at no extra cost. But if you're looking to lock in a little bit longer here, how about 10 days of picks for less than $10 per day? Yes, $99 will get you every pick I release, not just football, but all sports for 10 days. Again, number 1 in college football to start November, 9-2 this month in CFB. That's 82%. 2 for 2. Thank you to all you who joined me on $5 Tuesday for that winner on Western Michigan. And then on Wednesday, we had Central Michigan in a much easier win against Buffalo. It's going to be a big finish to that college football regular season. We typically dominate the bowls. And NFL, it's going to be a nice card on tap for Sunday. We're going to bounce back from that bad loss we had Monday night. And then NBA and college hoops, I'm going to start to get going there as well. WT.buzz/BP. Take advantage now. I think that deal on your screen is the best value moving forward. That is going to do it for me. You can catch me on the Blitz, the best betting show ever, and Full Court Press elsewhere here on the WagerTalk YouTube channel. Yes, I'm everywhere. But until next time, let's cash some tickets.